We were kids. I was 27 and my wife was 25. We didn't really know much about what Down syndrome was. I mean, we just had to learn all of that from scratch.
Early on, doctors who had no background or training, if they saw a child of this ilk, they would tell the parents better to institutionalize them, keep them away because they're going to just be a burden on you.
But the piece of advice the doctor gave us was, take your son home and love him and treat him just like any other child. You're going to have family members tell you to put him away in an institution and forget about him. We would never have done this, but that was 43 years ago when Down syndrome children were not considered as awesome as they are today.
In fact, David's been a joy to raise. He's taught us things about ourselves that we couldn't learn any other way.
Okay, this is what it is. Now what? Now what do we do next?
The school provides services and day camps and so forth until I think the age 23, if I remember right. After that point, there's nothing that Austin has.
As a parent, you're aging out at the same time. So you need to figure out what is his life going to look like after you're gone.
We first heard of Down Home Ranch years and years and years ago when it was nothing more than a little tiny shack, and they used to have these yam bakes to raise money. There were no buildings here other than this little shack. To my knowledge, it was just Jerry and Judy with a dream and wanting to provide a future for their daughter.
Our response was, we're going to give our lives over to building a place that's not just a place, but it's a community. And so we quickly decided that a rural working farm and ranch was something where you could incorporate lots and lots of opportunities for learning and skill development and movement.
I just said, well, I hope they are successful, and we drove off back to our home in Killeen.
Well, over the years, thousands of volunteers have helped take our dream and make it a reality. They've cleared land, restored ponds, torn down shacks, raised barns, finished houses.
We've built about 30 structures. We have a big pavilion. We have 11 greenhouses.
My daughter Natalie has lived here on the ranch since 2008. We said, well, go and try it. So she did, and she's loved it ever since.
Down Home Ranch is a community of choice, and it's a part of this country community where we live. Our neighbors live in the same environment we live in, and somebody who decides that this is the life that they want, that they choose that I want to live on a working farm and ranch, I think that's very important.
I'm Kyle, and a Down Ranch is a place to live. It's like a working community. Okay, a little bit.
Well, now we've got hydroponic and aquaponic tomatoes and romaine lettuce, basil, and other really desirable things grown pesticide-free organically in our greenhouses. And we've got eggs from our chickens. And then we start not only feeding ourselves fresh produce, but we start showing up at some of the local farmers markets. And we have some really desirable product that our ranchers help grow, help package, help transport, and help sell.
These are real jobs that are really helping the ranch. We do mailings and stuff for donors, and the ranchers participate in that. One of the things that we're going to start working on next is there's 25 years worth of photos here. So I'm setting up a computer and a scanner, and they're going to start scanning photos into the servers on our network.
They can learn animal husbandry skills. They can learn maintenance skills. And so we can find the different places where they can, get their niche, because some of them, they try janitorial and it's like, no, that's not really for them. Try animal husbandry, no, it's too dusty, too much fur. That's not for them. And then it's like, okay, well, gardening. So I like the fact that they can try different things. And even if they find that gardening is where they want to be, but a year from now, or a year later, they're like, I'm burned out on that. I need to try something different. There's so many different choices here.
To me, the biggest advantages that she has is the fact that she's part of a community. That's rare, even for people without intellectual disabilities.
It's the most unique place I've ever seen. And I know there are other places around the world probably similar, but as far as I'm concerned, this is God's acreage on earth.